So last weekend was the fight between Derek Chisora and Oleksandr Usyk. And so I watched it twice and I had to come to a conclusion on the fight, right? Because this was Usyk's second fight at heavyweight. And so he's trying to prove whether he is, um, a top contender right out the gate because he was the undisputed cruiserweight champion. And in his world, if he performs well in the heavyweight ranks right out the gate, then he could qualify himself to be, one of the top contenders at heavyweight. And he's also a mandatory for Anthony Joshua's belt. So there's a lot on the line with every fight that he has at this point. So looking at it, it's all about being tested at heavyweight. And if I looked at the fight holistically, I don't think he passed the test. And here's why. Derek Chisora is a good heavyweight. He's not a great heavyweight. He's not the most talented. He's not the biggest. He's a big guy, 250 plus, but he's not a tall guy. He's only about 6 feet, 6'1". Usyk is actually taller than Chisora. And reach might come into play. I don't know who has the longer reach, but I'm assuming it's not that far apart for it to be very significant, as if he was to fight someone like Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder. These, 6'5" and above super heavyweights. So given it's the style of fight that it was, I don't think he passed the test as a legit heavyweight. He came in around 217. He has great boxing skills, but he was outworked early. And kudos to him for weathering the storm. But other than that, he was heavily outworked. He lost quite a bit of, a few number of rounds early on my eye test. And I think that to say that you're a contender at heavyweight and want to be undisputed is a very lofty goal. Good goal to have, but you got a lot more steps to take to get there. And a fight like this, you had to win more convincingly to make people believe that was the step that you could be taking, right? That you are the next great heavyweight. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that it's not like he can't do it, right? There's still some more tests he can take. But right now, I give him, he's a B fighter at heavyweight. He can beat probably most, undergunned heavyweights that are not, super talented or have anything special about them. But I feel like if you fight somebody like Luis Ortiz or Andy Ruiz, that's more of a test. And I don't think he passed those tests. I think those guys are just too big. He's not going to have enough in the tank for them. He's not going to listen. His claim to fame right now is being able to go 12 rounds with a heavyweight. Can he do that with those type of guys? I don't know. I'm rooting for him at the end of the day. I'm a fan, and I always like to see the undersized, heavyweight kind of, win, right? The last guy we've seen really do it, Michael Moorer, Evander Holyfield. Tyson was an undersized heavyweight, but he was a heavyweight, all his life for the most part, right? Even in the amateurs, he was a heavyweight. So he's used to being that way. We're talking about career guys who may have had, a past in another weight class that is now moving up to heavyweight. There's an adjustment period, especially in this day and age, right? We're talking 2020, where heavyweights are legit 250 or more, right? Or at least 240. I think if he were to fight someone like Anthony Joshua, I don't think it would be any different than if Joshua fought Joseph Parker. To me, Joseph Parker and Usyk are very similar. Usyk is a better boxer, not by much. And I think, obviously, Parker's a bigger, legit heavyweight, 240 plus. But if Joshua can do that and outbox Parker and do the same thing to Andy Ruiz, he's not going to have any problem whatsoever with Usyk. So I think that is something we really got to look at. I think he has more to do. If he can crack the code of beating a big heavyweight, then he might have something to say about being a real contender. So if I'm in his corner and I'm his coach, how do we do that? How do we fight big heavyweights, right? Right out the gate, a lot of them probably try to overpower you, or they're going to try to keep you out. So your best options is to be even slicker, if that's possible, of a boxer than you already are, and you're going to have to win on volume. Because if you're not going to be the knockout artist, we don't think that you are, you have to win convincingly by points, right? You have to outbox your opponent. You have to be the heavyweight Mayweather in order to win at the highest level in the heavyweight division. So that's my opinion on it. So let me know what you guys think. Leave me a comment, subscribe, follow me, and I'll talk to you on another one.